Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. We get ready for the World Cup of Flower Shows. And this morning, I want to welcome Mr. Anthony Tankai, who is representing Team BTJ Chelsea Blooms TT. And advisor to the team is Franco Philip. Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning, Ruckus, and thank you.
How are you guys doing this morning?
Good.
Well,
Good.
You ready for him?
Looking forward to.
We're getting ready. All right. Now, firstly, for those who don't know, tell us what the Chelsea Flower Show is all about.
The Chelsea Flower Show is hosted by the Royal Horticultural Society, and it is the world's premier flower show. So where you have World Cup for football, Olympics for athletes, this is the Olympics for horticulture.
And you've been before?
I have been before. I've been attending on and off since 1988.
Right. So
it's been a long
tell me
time.
what it's like when you touch down in London for this
The
flower show.
first thing we do is visit our High Commission,
Right.
take things out to the storage room there, and hit the ground running. It's a lot of work,
Yeah.
but it's enjoyable work.
All right. Franco, what does it take to prepare for going to a flower show like this?
well, it's my first time with the team, but having lived in London and having been to the Chelsea Flower Show and actually worked with the team that was covering it, I could see that it's a lot. It's about 50,000 people that the RHS says that it takes to put together this flower show. They take a week to set it up. Now, it's being held on grounds that are as big as probably like half the savannah.
Yeah.
It's in a hospital ground, Chelsea Hospital ground, and you have displays like ours, which are pretty small, and then you have the huge show gardens, which cost about £1 million in some cases, whereas ours cost a lot less.
Yeah.
But it's the display of the artistry, the floristry, and of course with the show gardens, which are outdoors, it's taking into consideration the environment. And this year the theme of the Chelsea Flower Show is around mental health and the environment.
Okay. So what's our angle going in?
Our angle this year is we are projecting our native land. So it's all Trinbagonian.
Don't we normally do that? We don't normally project all Trinbagonian stuff?
All Trinbagonian, yes, but we have come up with different themes in the past. Like our last showing was in 2019,
Right.
and we did rhythms of our people.
Okay.
So we focus on our carnival, our musical instruments.
In the form of flowers?
Using flowers,
Okay.
like we would have had a steel band, and it would have been outlined in things like the cocoa pods and the cocoa beans and cocoa moss.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's all using natural material
Yeah.
to highlight.
So it's not
the
just about
instruments.
actual flowers, but it's about, it could be about fruits as well. It
Oh,
could be,
Trinidad always portrays our tropical fruit,
Yeah.
our agro-industry, and our horticulture.
okay, so this is, I'm seeing all the benefits. All right, now that you're explaining it to me, I have a clearer picture as to some of the benefits that we can get from attending in the first place, right? So we have opportunities for tourism. Trade.
And export. Well, trade and export.
Right. And then, of course, now we get to also make the people who are not aware of where Trinidad and Tobago is or not aware of what we have to offer in detail, because everybody always thinks is one or two things that we have. And they oftentimes, I don't think I've heard horticulture be a regular part of the conversation when it comes to tourism.
That has always been down the line. You talk about soccer and football, and cricket, but
No, don't say cricket,
but not,
nigga, and
not horticulture. Not horticulture. That has always been way down the ladder.
All right. Now, I imagine that there's a huge cost to get there. Do we always take up the flowers from here, or is it that we have people up there growing things, or how does it work?
Unfortunately, no. Everything is taken from Trinidad, and we have to depend on the goodness of people like British Airways, who assist us with the airlift. In the old days, we had CAL, but as you know what that is. And the suppliers, it costs a lot, because you can't just expect the small growers to give everything.
Yeah.
So you have to pay them something. So it costs a lot. This year's budget is almost $250,000. You're looking at a team of people going up. You have
How big is the team?
6 members.
Okay.
So you have floral artists, you have people who are on the ground constructing things. We have to construct. When we get there, all you get is a plain display stand
Okay.
covered in Hessian. So you have to then build. Unfortunately, we don't have many pictures that we could have put up for the viewers to see what we get and what it finishes off to be.
I think this year we had to make sure you get some nice pictures so that we could when you come back we could have a proper display.
A follow-up interview.
Yes, a follow-up interview to make sure that we
that.
follow up on it. But in terms of getting that financial assistance, and if people want to get a sample of what might be on display, I understand that we have a showing at the Big Black Box.
Yes, of course. On the weekend of Eid, which is the 22nd and 23rd of April, we'll be hosting the Urban Oasis, which is a floral pop-up. And what I told Tony and them, look, guys, we need to make Black Box look like a mini Chelsea. And that's what we're planning to do.
Okay.
So we're getting in a lot of the plant designers, we're getting in vendors. We have the street, which we'll be using as a street food festival type vibe.
Okay.
We'll also be using some plants and everything to decorate the street in front there, Murray Street. And of course, coming into the Black Box, we'll have artisans, but the big thing is going to be in the courtyard where those guys are going to use all their artistry.
All right, so it's not just
over.
BTJ Chelsea Blooms alone that's going to be presenting at Black Box.
No.
No.
Okay,
No.
we
We
have
have invited all our floral artists to be a part of it. And along with that, we will have plant vendors. So they're going to create gardens with their plants. All they'll be selling, they'll create gardens.
Right. What's the cost of entering Black Box?
Just $40 for the day.
Okay.
You know, so it's from noon to 7 on the Saturday and 10 to 6 on the Sunday.
And that's April 22nd and 23rd.
22nd and 23rd.
And the Chelsea Flower Show is happening in May.
In May.
A
Okay.
month
Yes.
later.
So we're doing this to
22nd.
raise funds to add to the pool.
to
To
add
assist
to the pool,
with
definitely.
the
Yeah,
pool to
because I
get
don't
to
think we
Chelsea.
go. I don't think we can raise
No,
a quarter
no,
million
not
dollars
yet.
in-
No,
in-
not
in
yet.
$40 in Black
No,
Box.
because we've been really pushing with corporate sponsors
Right.
and all that. But this is also the first time that we're having it. It won't be the last. We want to make this an annual event. We want to give younger people, especially who want to be more interested in being plant parents, for example, or people who are more interested in horticulture, to come in and take part. We want to be converting different venues into urban oases over the next few years. You know, we used to have the flower show a long time in the stadium and in the savannah. And a lot of people don't know about that. So it's bringing that kind of vibe back to
And that
Trinidad and
energy.
Tobago.
Well, all the best for April, and then for me, and I really do hope that we can have the follow-up interview where we can see what we put on
Certainly, I
display.
can guarantee that I will make sure that happens.
All right.
I will
And we'll bring our gold.
Please.
bring
with
our
us.
gold medal back.
Because
Yes.
we won gold for the last 2 occasions. we
Well,
were
I
there.
understand we have 14 gold medals in
Of
the bags.
course.
That's correct.
We doing the things.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you all for representing us, and please continue to do so in all your glory, in all your floral glory.
Well, thank you for having us, Ruckus, and looking forward to seeing you on the 22nd.
22nd.
Yes, I'm definitely going to try my best to pass through.
It's a
once
venue
I'm
you know
able
well.
to. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Franco Phillip and Anthony Tankai representing Team BTJ Chelsea Blooms TT, getting ready for the Chelsea Flower Show happening in May. But before that, we had to Big Black Box on April 22nd and 23rd as we lend some support to the team and also go check out some really, really cool flowers and displays. We take a quick break and come back with more in our morning show. Stick around.
We could be such naive fools.